Hey, good evening. It's Friday, November 15th. As you can see, as we start this edition of Everyday Talk 24/7, the sun is setting right behind me. It's such wonder to see God's glory in the sunrise and sunsets. And in a sense, we're entering into the presence of God every time we walk outside, every time we're inside. But when we see something as spectacular as what's going on behind me right now, the sun setting into the clouds, getting ready to drop below the horizon, it's amazing to me. Because we're getting a fresh picture of what it means to enter into the gates of God. The gates of God is basically what it's saying is we're entering into the place where God is. And brothers and sisters, He is everywhere. He is always everywhere. It's such a glorious truth for us to never ever forget that. And then we enter His courts with praise, giving thanks to Him for all that He does for us. You see, these are words that we are familiar with and we talk about, but they are the very words of life itself. When I lose sight of the fact that I'm always in God's presence, whether it's in a beautiful setting like this, or whether I'm in a very difficult setting, or it's dark and dreary, and I haven't seen the sun for days, I can't get outside, and it's not very pleasant, God is also right there. And what we have been learning in Psalm 100 is that He is always right there. He knows us. He made us. Because of that, we always have hope. We always have purpose. Because we can always relate to God in the way that He wants us to relate to Him. That's such a beautiful, beautiful promise. A beautiful reality. So the psalmist is saying here in Psalm 100, enter into His presence, into His gates with praise, and into the place where He rules, His courts, with thanksgiving, giving praise to Him. Because no matter what you and I experience in this life, God is not absent from it. It may be a time of great joy, or it may be a time of great sorrow. God is not absent. He is present. He is calling us to Himself, to trust Him. See, whether I have tears running down my face, or I'm so blown away with the goodness and wonder of God, or I'm experiencing something beautiful like the sunset, or I'm experiencing something very difficult and hard in my life, I'm always before God. I always have reason to praise Him because I am in His presence. He is with me. None of this is happenstance. None of this is a joke. None of this is random. God is always present with us, always giving us hope. That's what we need to take away from this as we continue driving into this Thanksgiving season. We have a root basis for Thanksgiving. That in our happiest hour or our darkest hour, God is there with us, being faithful. See, this can center our life in a way that nothing else can. This can bring us hope in a way that nothing else can. As I've been saying, this psalm is not just for singing on Sunday morning. You and I need to embrace this reality every moment of every day. because we have, by God's grace, we have entered into his gates, his domain, his presence. We are in his court, where no matter how bleak it may seem, he judges well and justly. And he looks at us through the eyes of Christ, who gave his life for us. Let these words in Psalm 100 take on a fresh meaning for you. I pray that that will happen to me. Enter into his courts with praise, into his gates with thanksgiving, because he has made us. He knows us. We are his. And that's the thought for this November 15th. Thank you for being here, and Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. You have a great night.